Good morning, good morning. All right, guys. Got about 3 minutes to the open here. Morning, Rambo. How's it going? Morning, AZG. Morning, Arjon. I turned up the volume on the microphone earlier today, so let me know if it's too loud. I had some people commenting that it was too quiet for them. Or like let me know if you're hearing like any background like static or anything. Okay. Cool. Cool. Alright, so we'll be watching CGEN and PBLA at the open. I think those are the only two I'm really interested at the open, but we'll see if there's anything else. INBS, I'll have on a side chart as a sub-dollar stock to watch. Alright, cool. About a minute to the open here. INBS. They can get back over like 46 area. OSA. This one was at 140, but it's back below dollar. If we can get it back above 102, that'd be cool. So OSA I'll also have on a side chart in case it does want to get back over 1. I'll watch it once it starts getting towards the 90s, 90 to 95. Yes. Say. Alright. I think we're ready for the open. $220 is the halt up on CGen. Sellers at 205. Watching 24 for the halt up. Hit 19 there. Watching 20, 24. Seller at 20, watching. Out at 19 and 15. Small winner. Now watching back over 20. Lost on that ad at the top. Break a 20. Buyers at 15, holding it up. I'm watching this 320. 28 halt up. It's not really going. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Watching 24, 25. Break up to 30. Got put at 28 on that entry. Not exactly the best. Halt up's at 30. 32 now. Out at 32. Probably should have held just a little bit. Oh well. Not bad. Halfway to the daily goal. Alright, let's see PBLA here. PBLA hit a high of 90. Is selling off a little bit. VWAP's down at 70. Oopsie. No GMK. IBS. We broke over 46, but we're not holding just yet. It is a strong 5-minute candle. Taking a small size starter here. Move back over 46. Big buyer there. 45. Watching this back over 46. It's not going as fast as I'd like. And I do see OSA also making a push up. So the thing on OSA is it does need more volume, and the spreads need to tighten up, because right now it's a 3-cent spread. When will CGen resume? CGen halted at 3308. 3308, so 3808. 3808. Okay. 36 halt up on CGen. Out at 38, no, at 28. 38 halt up. Out at 37. Bit of a weird price action on CGen. It's flickering a lot, which is strange. Not sure what that's about. Gonna be taking my OSA position off for a small win. Don't like how light volume it is now. Seller at 41. Drops down to 30. Can we get this back over 37? Tapped it. 47 halt up. 36, 37. Watching 47. There's 45. 47 halt up. Out at 43 and 42. Can look to get back in. 49 halt up. 49 is pre-market highs as well. Something to be aware on CGen is that the float is a lot higher. 83 million share float. Just something to be aware of. It's not a lower float, it's a mid float. Small drop in price there. Gotta take it off at 39. Buyer at 48. 100,000 shares on INBS. Watching over 49. Watching 50. Capped 49.90. Watching break of 50. 51, can we get 52? $53 high a day pre-market. Looking at this for a curl through 53. Looks like we're not going to get it. Not just yet. Seller at 50. Yeah, cutting it as it comes down on me. So CGen halted down. This time it halted up. It resumed way lower. Now it's showing a flat resumption at 22.22. So I'll be interested on the resumption when it resumes at 48.40 in about a minute and a half. PBLA sold off at the open, but it's trying to get back above VWAP. So we'll see if it can. 37's the halta. CGen. There's 32. PBLA has reclaimed VWAPs, passed through 74 as well. Sellers at 77 and 80. Float on PBLA is 5 million. Not bad. Watching that seller at 77 PBLA. Cutting at 73. Watching CGen run up to 20 again. Halt ups at 230. Out at 15 for now. Can look to get back in. Watching 19 and break a 20. About half at 18. And watching the break a 20. It's thinning out. Not breaking. Out at 19. Trade's not working out. Just kind of hovering around view up. We're not really heading over 20. It's a slower day today, as far as I can tell. Watching OSA back over 90. Sellers at 90, taking it off at 89. I'll look to get back in if it does look like it's going to break 90. Spreads tightening around 89. And watching this towards 90. High day so far at 92. With a, let's see here. Sellers at 90, but they are breaking. Watching 92. High day during market hours. Watch 92 break. $91.50. Can we get that break at 92? There's 91.80. About half at 91.50. Other half out at 90. Buyers at 90 on OSA. Watching this through 92. Buying at 92. Can we get the follow through 92.01 and 92.50? Up to 93. There's 93. Got some at 92. Can look to add back for 93. Adding back some for 93 break. Buyers at 91. Can we get back towards 93? Took off half at 91.40 for a small loss. Rest out 91.67 for a small gain. Back in for the break of 93. 93.20. There's 94.95. VWAP's at 96, so I'm watching this for the break of $1, and 106 is the halt up. There's 98. Can we get 99 and the break of $1? Watching 98 and come up to 99, the break of 1. There's 101, watching 108, halt up. There's 104. Taking it off, we'll look to get back in. Back in there at 1, watching 101. High a day there, 104. 110's the halt up. Watching break of 104. All eyes on OSA. There's the rip up. Watching 110. 112 halt up. Took off half, watching 112. At the rest at 108. Can look to get back in. Buyers at 105. Selling off 105. Watching 105. Out at 104. Looking to get back in. Break even trade there. Taking it off for a small loss. Back in 89 or 98. Watching over 101. There we go. Can we get 105 break here? All these bottoming wicks, I just need one of them to actually hold and break. Watching 105. There we go, watching 110. 12, break a high a day here. Buyers at 108. They pulled their orders, now it's down to 107, 106. Buyers 107. Taking a small loss. $107. Small seller at 108. Out half at 106. Out the other half for a loss at 104. So double top there, 111. Watching 108, break of 110. Alright, I'm starting to get back a little bit too much off the top. Get back 400 off the top those last two trades. Size down just a little bit until it starts getting back towards 110. Okay, back to highs on profit on the day. Got a nice dip there at 98. And it cracked below. Yeah, so CGens, it's not really moving the way it needs to be. It's starting to do a lot more chop and starting to halt down a lot more often. It was only good at that first 10 minutes. Now it's just kind of crap. Watching that seller at 102, 103. How are we gonna get through it this time? Yeah, so many so many bottoming tails. It's just not getting that full break that we want. Out half at 101. Watching 105. Out the rest 99. Watching 108. Let's see a nice pop through 110 here. We got the bounce off view up. Let's see it. 108, 110. 111, double top. Break a 110. 20s, they'll halt up. Careful. Seller at 10. Yeah, so would have been nice if I got out on that pop to 120, but just wasn't able to get filled. And with that, we did break the double top at 111, got all the way up to 19, which is where this previous spot pre-market was at 119. And we had 28 and 40. Topping tail on the 1 minute and on the 5 minute. OSA's probably gonna go down. I do not like how it broke. Broke the double top and then put in the topping tail. Still watching it, but it's not the best setup anymore. Morning, Rick. Morning, Mike. Less follow through, more with more rejection. Yeah, it's that kind of day where it's just kind of rejecting everything. All deep breakouts are not really falling through. Have to agree with you there. Got the rest at 23, 25's the halt up. And maybe we do get halted up here. 27 halt up. Can we hold 19? Watching 23. Previous high 24. Outbreak even. And at 18. Watching it through 23, 25. Two. At 18 for a small loss. Taking it off break even. So also pulling back. Previous lows were 11, so if we do bounce off 11 possibly. That'd be nice. Yeah, so OSA's starting to look a little bit bearish with those four strong red candles in a row. Although it did kind of fix its topping tail on the 5-minute chart with that second push 320. I'm watching this back over 11 and 12. I have 13 on this candle with buyers at 11. Could possibly curl through a 13 here. See 15. Out at 11 as that buyer got sold into. AZG, I don't like this day. Several stocks just died. Yeah, it has been a little bit choppier than yesterday. I will say that. I thought it would be pretty slow until OSA broke through 1. I was still green my daily goal before OSA did the breakout through 1, but it was definitely a slower day. Wasn't expecting to be up almost 4 grand today. I was expecting maybe like $1,000 day. So OSA was a pleasant surprise, but it is starting to get a little choppy. I'll stick around though. It still has potential to 140. Still holding VWAP. Watching the breakdown of 1. It's breaking further than I want. One more time. Watching back over 1. And at 98 average. Yeah, I just got caught in that nasty breakdown. 88's the halt down. Still looking to get a nice bounce back towards 1. Are you kidding me? Wow. Alright, I gotta be done. That's insane. It just dropped. No warning. Nothing in the level 2. Damn. At least I cut it instantly. Was able to get most of it out at like 93. I think. 94, 93. Yeah. At least I was able to cut it fast. Jesus. That's unfortunate. And that's just kind of the day it is today, though. Probably shouldn't have been as aggressive. I was looking for a break of 98 up to 1. Break back over VWAP. Building a really huge position, 28,000 shares at 97 average. Would have been a nice winner. And so the risk reward was still there. I was risking, I guess I got out at 93-ish area. So about 4 cents. Risking 4 cents to make 103, 6 cents. Risk reward's still there. And that was 6 cents if it hit VWAP. But where it was, I could see it breaking VWAP. Anyway. AZG. Let's see here. Lost way too much, up 86 cents a share, gave back a lot, didn't focus on OSA. Too cheap for you. Okay. So I'm guessing that 86 cents came from either CGen or another one? I don't really see any other ones. PBLA maybe? AZG, how do you know which stocks to focus on? It's usually just whichever's moving. It's you have your gappers, you have your high day scan, and whatever is really whatever's just moving. But today was OSA. This one started moving once CGen died. Like you can see, CGen died here around 7 o'clock, and that's right around where OSA started pushing. So traders from CGen started moving over to OSA. And just like that, OSA is now dying, and now INBS is kind of starting to take a little push up. So I mean, all these retail traders are moving in waves. When one stock dies, they move to the next. And then when INBS dies, eventually maybe something else pops up, you know. So that's pretty much how it flows from one stock to the next each day. You just kind of trade it till it dies, and then once it dies, you switch. And if you're not connecting, you can just sit aside and wait for the next stock that does pop up. Good morning, Matt. Good morning, trader community. 21,000 shares on a stock that's below VWAP. Yeah, it was below VWAP, but I was looking for this curl. We had this bottoming wick. I was looking for a curl through 98. To be honest, I should have sold when it couldn't crack 98 on this candle. Or at least sold half. because I was expecting it to crack 98 on this candle. So it was already not going again. It was not doing my expectations on this candle. And then, yeah, so I got caught in the flush. But it could have been avoided if I sold a little bit, like even just half earlier. Was up $2.50, now only up 80. That's okay, you're still up. Today's a tricky day. Be proud that you're up. So buyer at 48. I'm watching on INBS. It broke down. Oh, it's not really looking good anymore. We need to get back over 47. Okay, 48. Big buyer there at 47. 100,000 shares. Needs to crack 48. 47.50 is where that big buyer is. Cracked 48. Can we get through? There's 49. Big buyer moved up to 49. Gonna take it off here at 49. So only setup I'm really watching on INBS is this break of 50 and then up to 53 pre-market highs. We have a double top at 53, so if we can break it, we could see a nice resolution to 57, 58. Still keeping an eye on how OSA is moving, just in case it does want to come back up to $1. So I'm still watching the level 2 on OSA, just to see if there's any like indicators of flushes or how it's moving. Any big sellers or big buyers. Oh, so starting to curl up a little bit. Lance, take care as well. Have a good one. On OSA, I'm looking for a potential curl through 90 and 93. Only in small size because I'd like to be able to get out in one exit if I can. Um, right now it's not allowing me to take any exits larger than 10,000 shares. If we hit 92, I think I'll take a small ad. $91.70 high of that candle. Watching 92. Buyers at 92. There's 93. Can we get 94 break? Out the rest 93. Decent winner there. Can look to get back in. 93.85, high of that candle. Watching 94. There's 95. Hit 96 for a moment. See if it can hold 95. It's falling back down. Can we get the hold of 95 here? For a small loss. 75's the halt up on Yosh. This one is a lot riskier with the low volume and the high spread. Out the rest at 802. Seller at 810's breaking. On Yosh. Putting the trade on Yosh. It's not enough volume to continue trading it. It's too risky. I'll be watching the break of 96 on OSA. Next level is 98. Watching 97. I have to be careful here not to have too large size because I don't want to get stuck in a flush where I can't sell because of my share size. So keeping low enough size for now until it gets closer to 1. Watching 98. There's 99. I'm watching this for a break of 1. 103. 110's the halt up. Buyer at 101. Watching 103 break. Break of 103 is the break of the 5-minute candle. Watch 104. There's 6. 105. Not the rest 104. There's 107. Give it a second. $108. Out at 108. 115 halt up. 117 halt up. Okay, let me see some levels here. Okay, 111, 113. Watching a possible bounce off 103, the 9 EMA. View ups also around 102. Just seeing if you want to touch 103. Giving back a little bit off the top there on OSA. Giving back 300 off the peak of when it went to 111. I'll watch it come back down to 1 here. VWAP at 102. Watching 103, 104. Yeah, so OSA's slowed down a little bit since breaking VWAP. We were able to make a nice recovery from 2100 all the way back up to 3400, which is around where we started before that initial flush down right here. I think our high a day is around 3700. I don't exactly remember, but I know we didn't break 4K. There is starting to be a buy wall at 102. Very light volume that last candle, so we'll see if we get some increase in volume this candle. Watching 107. There's 108, 109. Buyers at 104. Can we get green at 105? Gonna have to take the small loss there at 104. Alright, it's starting to slow down again. Beautiful entry on OSA. Down at 98, 97. Out the rest at 104. Sorry I'm not talking through the subs as much anymore. I'm just kind of getting a little sleepy. I didn't get the best sleep last night. PBLA is starting to, it just broke view up, so it's starting to look good again. Has pivots around 79, 77, and 79. There's sellers stacked at 75. Big buy wall on 72. Getting sold into though. Pushing back over 70. Buying that dip. Out quarter at 71. More out at 70, rest out 70. Trading PBLA while I wait for OSA to set up again. Ooh. Bad 3-cent flush on PBLA. Wow. Okay. Watching 77 and 79 for pivots on PBLA. There's 79. Watching 104. Kind of feels like it's stalling here, so I'm gonna take it off, break even. Just to play it safe, I don't want to get caught in a flush down to 1. PBLA still has that sell wall at 77. Still watching it. If we can get that break of 77 back up to 80. Watching 77 break. Hit 78. Can we get 79? The break of 80. Looking like a false breakout now. Taking off the loss. Stefan, no, this is not paper, this is real. You can tell because of the green text on the connected and real-time data. If it was paper, it would be orange. And if you need more, like this isn't a cover, it's inside the broker. It's not like a image. So yeah. Although it is getting late though. I usually don't trade past 8:30. Giving back like 200 off the top, so not too bad. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna call it a day in terms of this trading. I'm at 476 orders. In terms of fees, I'm sitting at, oh wow, that's more than I expected. About 170 in fees. I was expecting something closer to like 120. We did trade lower price stocks today though, so that's to be expected to have some higher fees. More share size used. Let's see, what did I miss in the chat here? AZG. I noticed that today in the second half of the trading day you started averaging it down. So did I. We were both half the profit down. Yeah, so in the middle of the day, on OSA, I definitely had a little bit of I was averaging down just a little bit on the trades where it was going down. Back down here in this little red streak. I was lucky enough to cut the big loss only for a 4-cent loss instead of a 8-cent loss. So I am happy with that. When I was in 28,000 shares at 97, was able to cut it at 93. before it flushed down to 89. So that's one good note. Um, Everything was pretty slow today though, so to be up however much I am up, it's pretty good for today's action. I mean, every single leading gapper kind of failed. OSA still hasn't even broken its pre-market highs, so it's technically still in play. It's just getting a little choppy around one. It's kind of doing a sideways consolidation on one. PBLA is still in play too. It hasn't broken its pre-market high. I just haven't really found a good rhythm on PBLA yet. Rick, thank you for calling out YOSH. Red to green today. Awesome. You got red to green on Yosh? That was a toughie. I'm green on it, but it was low volume. It was a much riskier setup than trading a gapper. I mean, good for you though. You got green on it. Did you get in on one of these dip buys off 8? That's where I made the 190 on it. It was dip buys off 8. Market becomes choppy after 10. Yeah, it does. I would say it's closer to I would say it's more so choppy after like 10:30 or 11 market time. That's why I usually have my cutoff point at 11:30. Today we traded a little bit later, but still stopping a little bit after 11:30. Sir Clive, yep. If you check out the older videos, is it Steven or Stefan? I know that spelling can be pronounced both ways. But yeah, so if you check out the older videos, you'll see me doing a lot of like bad habits of averaging down, losing 400 in a day where I should be only risking like 40 bucks. Steve, okay. I don't know why my TOS trader is glitching out like crazy. Here, I'll just close it for now. I'm not taking any more trades. Yeah, checking out the older videos. Not I wouldn't say to learn from them because wasn't profitable then. I was definitely having a lot of bad habits. But yeah, I have come a long way since the start of the channel. Sergey, when's the interview with Farmer? Honestly, I wouldn't mind doing an interview with him. He asked me to do an interview back last year when I wasn't profitable still, but I was kind of doing okay on penny stocks. But I wanted to get a little bit more profitable before I did an interview, so maybe I'll do one now. Edgar, where do I check the fees? The fees are on the I can check them on DOS Trader. They have a section where you can display your fees. But if you don't have DOS Trader, you can just log into your account on the TD Ameritrade website, and it'll say how much you're actually up on the day after fees, and you can just subtract what the TD Ameritrade's website is telling you versus what your ThinkorSwim is telling you, and that'll get you your fees. Rick, can you explain fees? Where are they coming from? FTOS is free commissions. Yeah, so the fees are the SEC and FINRA fees. Every single trader has SEC and FINRA fees to execute trades on the market. So I'm not sure which one's which, but one of them is a fee based on dollar amount of the trade, like the actual trade value. Like if I take 1,000 shares of a $1 stock, that's $1,000 in the trade. Um, I think that's the SEC fee, and the FINRA fee is the per share. Um, I have to look it up again, but it's really small numbers. It's like 0.00000 like 4 or something like that. So FINRA fee amount, I guess. Yeah, it's 0.000145 per share. So when I trade 1.2 or 1.4 million shares, that ends up being around $100. And then the SEC fee is like a per dollar amount. Yeah, so Rick, the fees and commissions are different. So fees are just SEC and FINRA, whereas commissions are something the broker can opt into charging or not. If the broker has free commissions, it means they're probably using payment for order flow, which means that they're selling your orders to the exchanges for so that they can get a couple pennies per order or something like that. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but it works a little bit something like that, where they're selling your orders to the exchanges in order to get a profit on your orders, and then they route your orders to the best filled price that they can get you. Yeah, and then if you're using a broker with commissions, they don't route your order for you, so you actually have to do the routing, which is also an additional ECN fee. So brokers that charge commissions also charge ECN fees, um, which are pretty hefty. Those ones are 0.00 0.002 per share, which ends up being a lot more than the FINRA fees. Adds up really quickly. Rick, you're up 1100 on Yosh. That's awesome, man. Do you trade indexes or commodities? Um, I don't trade indexes. Like the SPY and QQQ. No, I don't. I tried trading them once back when I wasn't profitable. I tried a strategy where I would scalp the QQQs, um, but it didn't end up working out. So I went back to small caps. So I just trade small cap equities. Pablo. Sir Clive. It's level 2 on DOS getting stuck. I wouldn't know. I closed it. It wasn't getting stuck for me, but yeah, I wouldn't know. I closed it, so I don't have it up anymore. Do you use OBS to record? Yes. Yes, I use OBS. Rick, that's insane that 11:30 Eastern time is 6:30 your time. That's crazy. That you're like done trading and it's still dark outside. What advice can you give for someone who just started trading 2 months ago? I would stay in a simulator, get screen time, um, if you're not in a simulator, if you're already using real money, and you don't feel like a simulator would give you the same emotional aspect that the real money is already giving you, I would say trade with small size in a cash account using 1 to 10 shares. That way you're not losing more than like $10 a day. Honestly, you should really cut it down to like $1 a day max loss if you're going to be using real money. You want to make the, because you will lose money. As a new trader, you will lose money 100%. So you want to, if you are going to start trading with real money, because you don't want to do the simulator, then use the small share size, one to 5 shares. And from there you can start proving a concept. With 1 share, it's likely that you'll get really nice fills, and you might have a strategy that works for 1 to 3 shares, and it doesn't work for 100 to 300 shares. But wow, it's really going here. 110. If OSA breaks back over 11, I'm gonna pull up the level 2 just in case. Give me a second here. There it goes, 115. Now is it gonna hold 110 though? Big seller at 112. Huge seller 112. Using smaller size, so you see I only use 2100 shares, just in case. I don't like how it did a topping tail from 15 to 11 with that seller at 12. But yeah, I would say use small size. Basically try and reduce the amount that you lose as a beginner trader, and you just want to be trying to get screen time. Screen time is the most important thing. Looking at the level 2 and recognizing patterns inside the price action is the biggest way you'll grow. Get a strong foundation from there's plenty of free guys on YouTube that all teach very similar strategies to myself. Trading with Tim, the Trading Farmer, Mighty Stocks, Relentless Trader, Crispy Trades, all those guys. They all trade very similar to me. I think they have some what's it called? Videos about certain patterns and stuff. You know, with OSA, I think I'm just gonna have to let it go. It seems like it's much more riskier to continue trading right now than it would be to just close it down. That's what I'll do. I'm gonna close down DOS again. Took 1 trade, lost like 20 bucks. And I'm gonna put it off my chart. I'm gonna keep it on this screen so I don't get sucked into anything else. Rick, those massive shares you traded in OSA today made my legs tremble. Yeah, so when a stock that's near $1 a share gets a lot of momentum in it, I tend to go a little crazy with how much I put into it because that's what The stocks under $1 is what got me profitable in the first place, and it's one of my best setups. So you'll see me start to put like 28,000 shares, 30,000 shares into those stocks, um, just because I'm really confident in that setup. But sometimes it'll bite me in the butt. Like earlier today, I got caught in that $1,000 flush. Um, but yeah, sometimes it's my share size variance on all my trades is mostly how confident I feel in the trade. If I don't feel confident about it, like just now, I was trading OSA, just that one trade. I was only using 2,100 shares instead of the usual 1,000 I was using earlier, or not 1,000, 7,000, just because I wasn't confident in the trade. Um, but yeah, so I really like the break of $1 setup. So when we got that flush down to, if I pull it back up, we got that flush down to 97 here, 96. I got in 97 and 98, 28,000 shares for that rip back through one. Even if we only tapped VWAP at 102 and came back down to 1, I would have been 3 cents of profit on 28,000 shares at 1. So it still would have been a nice trade. But we did get the resolution, so it ended up being a really nice trade. Do you know any free simulators without delay? I'm using TradeZero simulator, but it's delayed 15 minutes. Uh, the the ThinkorSwim simulator. Um, ThinkorSwim has a simulator that has real-time data. Um, and that real-time data is the requirement they have to have the real-time data on the simulator is just having a $500 deposit into your trading account, and then you just email them or chat with support. So what you would do is open up a TD Ameritrade account, or I guess Charles Schwab at this point, but and then you would use ThinkorSwim simulator, and you would chat with support and be like, hey, I have $500 in my trading account. Can I get access to real-time quotes on ThinkorSwim's trading simulator? Because by default it's delayed 15 minutes as well. But yeah, that should be a free simulator with real-time data. I mean, in the sense that you have to put $500 into the account, it's technically not free, but it's still your money. You can take that $500 back out. AZG, ThinkorSwim simulator is bad. Yeah, it's the one I recommend because it is the only one that I know that's free. I mean, if there are other simulators that are like really nice, but they cost like $100 a month. Like the platform I have for my level 2 DOS Trader, it cost me $150 a month, but they also come with a simulator if I wanted it. I don't use it, but it comes with it. Yeah, so ThinkorSwim isn't the best simulator. No, never said that, but it is a free simulator. And for just getting your feet wet and starting to try out patterns and starting to do some trading, it's okay. I would say try and move away from it as soon as possible to trading with real size, small size. Trade with 1 share to 1 to 5 shares. What I mean by that is you see how my active trader here has 700, 2100, 3500, 7,000, 14,000. It should say 1 share, 3 shares, 5 shares, 10 shares. And then you should be using 1, 3, and 5 for your trades. 1, 2, 3, and 5 for your share size. And the way you do that, you have a $1,000 account. You can trade $500 of it every single day. And taking 1 share only costs, I guess, like on OSA, taking 5 shares would cost $5. And you have $500 to trade with, so you'd be able to take still a hefty amount of trades, like 50 plus trades, using 1 to 5 shares. Gary, really having a hard time trading stocks above $1. Get back everything on the spreads. Any advice on how to trade them? So Gary, I actually struggled with trading stocks above $2 um, for a while. Not till just this past month did I actually start getting a nice grip on stocks above $2. Um, Even though I've been profitable for a year, the profitability of this past year has pretty much exclusively been on stocks under $2, like, with the exception of this past month. The only thing that I really changed was my speed of execution, as well as let's see, it was my speed. What I mean by that is I got a little bit faster at taking losses because of how fast I knew it was going to flush. And then I also um, reduced my share size, not completely, but I didn't reduce shares. What did I do? I think it was just the speed. I noticed on one day when I was really awake, or it was when I was really asleep. I was really sleepy one day while I was trading, and I looked back at the recording, and I was like, oh my God, I'm like taking an extra 3 to 5 seconds to get out of a trade that's a loser. Um, and then I started looking back at other recordings as well when I was trading higher price stocks. I was noticing it was becoming a pattern for me to kind of just like watch this loss kind of get bigger in front of my eyes. So I would be holding losers a little bit too long. I'd be selling winners kind of like instantly. So I was already doing the right thing on the winner's side in terms of selling when I had profit. But on the losing side, I was having really, really big losses on these stocks above like $4. And so the only thing I changed was just my speed of execution on getting out when it wasn't working right away. Um, I know with the stocks under $1, you can kind of hold and kind of um, finagle your cost basis to kind of work around if it drops like a penny on you. You can readjust your cost average to kind of like work it back up when it bounces back up. But it's not guaranteed you're going to get the bounce back up on a higher price stock. And so, yeah, so the one thing that I did improve on this month was being a little bit faster at taking losses. I don't know if that helps you, Gary. Rick, I use TOS simulator and seems little to no delays. It's free and a great way to start. Yeah, that's why I recommend the ThinkorSwim simulator. Even though sometimes it is a little bit laggy, other times it's a great option just to trade for free, just learn. Because that's really what you're trying to do those for that first year is you're just trying to learn as much as you can, start picking up patterns in the level 2, um, start picking up patterns in the chart, and just yeah. A lot of trading is just pattern recognition. Oh, I've seen this before. This is what happened last time I saw this. So I can adjust my trading plan accordingly. How's Discord? Will you be live? Will you be live there, like in audio? AZG, I probably won't have a live audio Discord. I think that'd be too distracting. I'd probably just have the chat room. Struggling with these averaging down trades instead of cutting. I add. Do you know if there are any break-even hotkeys on TD? I don't think there's any break-even hotkeys on TD. The only hotkeys on ThinkorSwim are just selling market, selling. Like you can do a flat end sell where it just kind of sells your entire position at the market value. But there's no break-even hotkey. You kind of just have to put however many shares you want in the order entry, and then you can like put it on the ladder, the price you want to get out at, if it's break even. But they don't have a hotkey for that. If you're using DOS, they have a hotkey for selling at your position value. I think. Not too sure. I haven't used it. Michael, that's interesting. I'm the opposite. I have a hard time being profitable on stocks below $2. It's hard for me to get the sizing right. Yeah, so when I first got profitable, I got profitable on the stocks under $2, and so when I eventually started getting these stocks above $2 down, I pretty much have basically I can trade anything below $10 now with good accuracy. But anything above $10 is still a little risky for me. It's the spreads are just a little bit too big, and I get a little too scared on some entries. Sometimes I'll size, like if a stock's at like $14, sometimes I'll size like it's at like $8 a share, but the spreads make it to where I'm just like down more than I want to be on the bid. So it panics me out of the trade. Game to system. AZG break even is not hotkey. You're the only one that can cut your losses at the right time. True, true. Something that every trader struggles with. Yeah, I would say avoid averaging down until you're at least 3 years of like experience, and you start knowing that the part where you're averaging down, it better be a part where you would get in anyway. It shouldn't be just adding to your cost average just to bring the cost average down. There should be a reason why you're adding lower if you are going to average down, but I would say just avoid it entirely. The way I turned my first corner back in November last year was I just cut out averaging down completely. I noticed that there was like 25 trades in the year last year, 2022. There was like 25 trades where if I had just cut the loss instead of averaging down, I would have saved myself like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 grand. I would have ended the year green. And noticing that really helped me put it in perspective that averaging down was basically preventing me from being profitable. So then on November 3rd of 2022, I said that I'm gonna size down and I'm not gonna average down until um, until I understand what basically until I understand like why people would average down. And once I did understand the fact that averaging down is more so, um, it's not like a get out of jail free card. Like some people think that averaging down is like a get out of jail free card. Like, oh, if I just add lower, brings my average down, I can get out of jail for when it comes back up halfway. But it's just not like that. I mean, most of the times it'll go down, you double, and you're in with double the size you were originally in with. Your original risk should have been the trade where you're getting out. The point where you're getting, basically like if you were already in with however much you're willing to risk, you shouldn't be doubling that or quadrupling that just because you don't want to take a loss. You got in the trade with the knowledge that it could be a loser. And just the fact that it is going to be a loser shouldn't make you not want to take that loss. I mean, I'm wrong more than half the time. I have like a 46, 47% win rate. And that's because I take every single loss off when it's down like a couple cents. Is there a way to improve YouTube latency? Um, is it a 6 to 8 second delay? I don't think there is one. I think there's one possible way I can improve latency. Right now I'm streaming on low latency. I think there's an ultra low setting, but I don't know how that'll affect my connection, like my internet connection to DOS and ThinkorSwim. So I don't think I want to go to ultra low latency until I have like a better internet provider. Um, so unfortunately, I think it will be just it has to kind of stay at a 6 to 8 second delay. Yeah, I think YouTube always just has delay as well. Even if you're on ultra low latency, I think it's still like 2 or 3 seconds, or like 3 or 4. So it'll never be like truly live in that sense. Gary, I don't know if you can relate to this. I usually trade the order flow under $1. But above $1, it's very different as I would get in on BO, BO, bid offer, big order. Not sure what BO stands for. Um, and the next cent it would show even bigger offers and flush. So yeah, something you have to get used to, Gary, is if you only trade stocks below $1, you're used to the fact that each penny has 1,000 increments, whereas above $1, each penny is only one increment away to the next penny. So getting used to the fact that your risk should be accounting for oh, breakout. Okay, so BO is breakout. So I would get in on the breakout. The next cent would show bigger offers and flush. Okay. Are you not using level 2? Are you only using level 1? If you're not using level 2, you wouldn't be able to see the big offers. But if you are using level 2, you should be able to somewhat see the offers that are above the price that you're trying to get in at. If they are just kind of sometimes there are orders that are hidden until they're at the price. Like let's say the stock was at 101 and there's a huge seller at 102. Maybe sometimes you won't see it until the stock is at 101 by 102. And in that case, you would just see that huge seller. You would hold for a second, see if the time in sales is going to start printing a bunch of green at 102 to break that big seller. And if it's not breaking, if it's not even thinning out a little bit, then I would cut the order right away. And then you can look to get back in as that 102 level is breaking, or that big order. So trading breakouts on the stocks above $1, I would say is a little bit riskier. I like to trade the pullbacks and then add at the breakout levels for like a sell right after. But yeah, trading if your entry's at the breakout, your likelihood of that trade working out is a lot lower than if you were in like 3 to 4 cents below the breakout level. Yeah, Gary, so buying dips, buying panic, it's counterintuitive to buy on a red candle, but it actually lowers your risk because you're getting in at a lower price. And even if it does go lower, if it's going lower, you should be cutting it because you got in too early. So the thing with dips is if it goes lower than your entry, you should just cut it kind of right away almost, because it means you didn't time the bottom right. And you'll definitely get a feel as you watch stocks more. The more screen time you'll have, you'll be like, okay, a $2 stock, what should I be expecting for an average like flush if it were to flush? Well, I should be expecting maybe like a 10-15 cent drop if it's flushing from $2 a share. Maybe it'll flush down to like 185 and then we'll get a slow bounce back to 193 or something like that. And on these dip buys, you're not looking for it to regain the whole move. You can look for it to regain like half the flush down. But yeah, let's see. Ashkin, how many screens do you trade with? I trade with three monitors. I want to eventually have like 4 or 5. I just don't have a monitor stand yet. I just have 3 monitors on my desk laid out. 2 of them are cheaper, like 60 hertz ones, and then one of them's a 144 hertz that I use for gaming as well. Yeah, because I sometimes find myself not being able to read chat if I have my scanners up on the other screen, so I might need a 4th monitor soon. Are you a stock or CFD trader? I'm a stock trader. I trade equities. I'm not sure what CFD stands for. I think I've heard of it before, but I've forgotten. But I trade equities, stocks. What games you playing? I used to back in the day. I used to play Overwatch. Was a Grandmaster Widowmaker player. Back in Overwatch 1. I have a couple screenshots of playing with some Overwatch League players in solo queue. But other than Overwatch, I used to play
I currently play League of Legends and uh, Trackmania sometimes, just to pass time. And then I like playing chess. I know I don't need a 144 hertz monitor for chess, but I like playing chess as well. Um, yeah, I kind of only really play League right now. Yeah, League is fun, but tilting. Yeah. I'm a top lane main. Uh, Top and jungle. My account's sitting at like Emerald 2 right now. So top 6%, top 6% in League. And then in chess I have a 1630 rating. So about top 1% in chess. Rapid. Gary, thank you very much for that. I really appreciate that. Yeah, no problem. I never mind helping out everyone here. Really appreciate that. Intac, mid main, finished last month, gold one. Not bad, not bad. I know it took me like 2 or 3 years to hit platinum for the first time, so you know, takes a long time to get good at League. Michael, have you tried Teamfight Tactics? I tried it back when it was in like beta, when it was in beta, like forget when that was, like 2020 or 2021. Haven't played it since though. I know it's gotten a lot more complicated since. There used to only be like a couple classes. But yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. We had a nice Q&A session after the stream. Um, Looking forward to tomorrow. Hopefully we get some smoother action tomorrow. I know today was probably a choppy red day or a small green day for most traders. I got lucky to catch OSA early. Um, but yeah, other than that, hopefully tomorrow is a little bit smoother. Hopefully get some gappers that actually hold their levels and actually break the pre-market highs. So far, OSA and PBLA have yet to break their pre-market highs. Um, Alpha, first time here. How long have you been trading? How long to be profitable? I've been trading since 2020, mid 2020. Um, and I got profitable in November of last year. So it took me about 2.5 years to become profitable. I've been profitable for a little bit over a year. Have a good day, Edgar. All right. Alpha, if you'd like to get more of a style of how I trade, you can just tune in tomorrow. I'm live every single day, every single trading day from uh, market open, like 5 minutes before market open, to usually I'm trading till about an hour from now or hour ago. Usually 8:30 my time, 11:30 market time. All right, take care. Have a great day, everybody. Peace.